and welcome to another episode of Ball Chat Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Junior. I'm on the line, but Virgin, Benton, Wagwan.
There, foundation from birth.
They are
Big up
not,
Bangali.
not
Glory
going
culture.
nowhere.
Wagwan. Junior, how you doing, family?
I'm here now. I'm here. Super Bowl Sunday. But you don't know the show must go on with the about same way because some people say they're not busy about football. Not me. I busy about football. But
You
with
mean the
the here.
handball thing there?
What, hand egg?
Yeah, whatever them call it. But good luck to your team because I know say you're a supporter of the certain team.
No, 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 no. Fix up the speed. Fix up. Not support of certain team.
One bird flying team. Good luck to owner, birds.
We are supporters of the Man, Manchester United, Philadelphia Eagles. That was said today. That was said. But I don't really business. I don't really have a dog in the fight because as a Philadelphia Eagles fan, I'm also a fan of Andy Reid. So and it would be nice to see a black man win. So black man I win anyway as a quarterback. So I'm going to feel good anyway. But
But Andy Reid no black.
well, as a quarterback, I said quarterback.
Hey, I don't know if Andy Reid do a surgery and change, 'cause I guess my audio chip out. Come here say Andy Reid and black man win. I mean say weird. Well, Andy Reid and black man. But good luck to both teams and good luck to all the players.
Facts.
Definitely. Good luck.
And you don't know in the United States where we are based. This is Ball Chat Podcast. It's a Caribbean based football show, world football show, aka soccer. And we're in the United States, so it's a big weekend, Super Bowl weekend, but the show, like we said earlier, the show must go on. So we'll do a quick show. But Benton, you don't know for all those who are tuning in for the first time, because I think I did put Super Bowl in the hashtag. So hopefully some people tune in expecting to see Super Bowl preview. Wait till you get the preview. But on our show, for all our new listeners, we always have a segment that's called Ballers and Bugs. But what we start doing recently is incorporating Ballers and Bugs during the show, where if you have a ball of the week, you tell who is your ball of the week. You have a bug of the week, or a player that has been unimpressive, that we call them bugs. Just say this person is a bug of the week. But we can't kick off the show. Normally we kick it off with English Premier League, Benton. But this week, Madrid Derby. We have to talk about Madrid Derby. And what is your takeaway? Major takeaway for the Madrid Derby as Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid play to a 1-1 draw.
Big up to our listeners running in. Big up. Liverpool fans, with them there. Wait for see
We
them
don't even
fall.
talk about Liverpool people a bit, man. Wait, man.
But regarding the Madrid Derby, in fact, before we start with the Madrid Derby, or as some would call it, Derby or whatever, half a salute, Earth Strong, blessed Earth Strong to the gang, a football fan living with the ancestors. February 6th was the birthday of the one and only, the indomitable. We don't know. We don't even have to say nothing more. The lion in Zion. Big up. The man of football and legendary status. So we have to salute them no matter what. The man that transcend different generations musically. And so as a football fan, we have to salute.
Right.
Salute them, man. Especially when you live in a Babylon. You have to salute the gang. Regarding the Madrid Derby, I said this football game. Why, a couple of things. This commitment with Tushumini in centre back role. This is gonna be a live or die sort of situation with Carlo Ancelotti. I mean, Carlo Ancelotti a big manager. So who am I, the keyboard coach, for a dictator? I try to stipulate Carlo Ancelotti what to do. But me I gonna do it anyway. Real Madrid doesn't have any young centre backs in the entire Real Madrid system to be able to play a centre back with Asensio in that centre back role. Toshimini should be playing at the base in midfield. He gave away a penalty. Junior can come at me and talk about whether it's penalty or not. We can debate that all day. But I think Toshimini in this centre back pairing, centre back place is a problem. Vinicius Jr., brother, yo, me I gotta take two carbohydrate soap and just hit you with it because you know them big carbohydrate soap that we used to use way back in the day.
Yep.
Vinicius Jr. need to clot with them things because a big man time footballer now. The display, the selfish display, the reluctance to pass the ball when there a pass, a better option is available. Vinicius Jr., bug of the week, you need to start fix up yourself. Big man thing, and I know there are discussions about whether he will move on from Real Madrid. He probably will. Kylian Mbappe also suffers from the same scenario, selfish regarding reluctance to pass the ball, and you cannot, as a team, achieve anything if every man, especially the top end of the team, wants to do their own thing. As for Atletico Madrid, yo, typical Cholo side, as in Diego Simeone team, defend, defend, defend. You know, I expected a little bit more attacking prowess from this Atletico Madrid team, knowing that the way they have played this year with Sorla and more attacking sort of football. But it is what it is. I think Barcelona Football Club, Barcelona end up the winner of the weekend. I mean, the ball of the week for any of these teams. I am really stretching to find a ball of the week in that football game.
Um, okay, but you really said a lot and you really touched on a lot, and we'll have to dissect most of what you just said. But I want to start off with Tushimini. So are you telling me and the ball chat listeners that he's at fault for the penalty?
Yeah, I gave him a penalty. Shouldn't have been a penalty. Some will debate whether it's a penalty or not. But you
That
step on a man foot.
that
And you step on a man foot because you were probably late to the ball. And again, I think playing in defense as a centre back requires a different level of skill set. And Tushimini is learning on the job, so I'm giving him credit for that. You know, whereas playing at a at the in midfield at the BS, no, someone said, well, you can easily translate from center mid to center back. I mean, but we have seen these experiments before where some managers think that you can just move a man from center midfield into center back, and he has failed. I mean, and I I think a club like Real Madrid should be able to have young centre backs that you can slide in to cover your experienced players that are gone. I mean, then why it doesn't make any sense, because not only are you missing Tushimene in midfield doing what he does best, you're putting him in a situation where he's learning to play a different position.
Yeah, but you said all of that, and the tackle or the missed tackle or the misplay, that's a play that's going to happen wherever he is on the field if the ball is coming across him. I bring into question the referee, and more importantly the VAR official. Something is up, Benton. That was not a penalty, and you can eloquently try to paint that because Tushimane is playing out of position, why that penalty was given. I'm not going to buy that. The play happened. I would even think that Lima would more fouling Tushimane than Tushimane fouling Lima, because when the ball came across, Tushimane missed the ball, and after the ball went away, that's when Lima made contact. Or that's when Tushimane and Lima had contact with each other. Now, granted, Tushimine's foot was above Lima's foot. Cool. All right, some Atletico Madrid fans and some Barcelona fans out there will say Tuchel step on his foot. Fair enough. That's a fair enough statement. I won't fight that. But the ball was already gone. The referee was standing right there, probably 10, 15 yards away, did not see the need to call a foul. VAR should come in when there's a clear and obvious error, and there was not a clear and obvious error there. I'm sorry. I'm calling in that Perez and Real Madrid spoke against the referees from last week, and now they're getting their hit back. That's how I see it. It's very unfortunate. But, dog damn Real Madrid supporter because Real Madrid, like you said, should Vinicius Jr. and Mbappe were selfish at times. They should have scored more. And we wouldn't be having this discussion right now. So it's kind of six and one half dozen the other. But you cannot convince me that was a penalty. I'm sorry.
Fair enough. I mean, the beautiful thing about it is that as our ball chat referee always, big up Cameroon wherever you're there in the world, always states the referees are humans and they make mistakes, especially the one them that the VAR booth. So, I mean, I just say, go. I mean, at the end of the day, Real Madrid was in the dominant, in the ascendancy when that goal was scored. Uh, you know, I expected a little bit more out of the football game. The Atletico Madrid defended well. It's a typical Madrid derby in recent memories. And you brought up something here regarding Perez cussing out the referees. I don't have no sympathy for any of these clubs. I'm sick and tired of whether it's Real Madrid, whether it's Atletico Madrid, whether it's Football Club Barcelona, all of these powerful teams and big teams in La Liga are always trying to influence the referees one way or the other.
True.
And and you can't have a league where no man not trust the referee. What kind of foolishness this? Every
True.
week you have, well, not every week, frequently you have clubs writing or putting out video clips. I think Real Madrid was compiling things after games to release them about mistakes or calls that went again. That is utter rubbish. And I think Perez went as far as saying, suggesting that they need to fly in referees. Brother,
From
listen,
England, yeah. Yeah.
I will say this: if I was a referee, every week, anytime I referee Real Madrid game, I give go a penalty against them, because you cannot have an organization as powerful as Real Madrid in this league stipulating that the referees are against you. Then the entire league is a scam. Because the entire then if the referees are against Real Madrid, then what happened to local Espanyol, Leganes, them local club that dog me have them supper. And we know sir Barcelona has been on record, in fact, under investigation for hiring referee, the director of the referee association as consultant.
Right.
The man who was in charge of delegating our delegating games for week in and week out. So we know the history regarding the referees in La Liga and the questionable um, history by some. So that need for change. And it only change if the teams buy in to improve the referees and back the referees and stop running off them out every time a call go against them. I'm tired of them. Tired of them.
I agree, and you spoke it like a real Barcelona fan there. Let's look at other scores from this round of matches. FC Barcelona defeated Sevilla 4-1 today. No referee decisions or anything to complain about, right? It's just business as usual, correct?
Them I think me see one Barcelona fan and say can't that can't a red card.
Exactly.
I didn't see the game, but I don't know if the red card was rescinded or not.
It wasn't.
Understood.
It wasn't. The red card was still given. But I think it was given to Furman. So
Lopez.
yeah, so and by then uh, Barcelona was leading 3-0 at the time. So the game was already done and dusted. Or was up 3-1. I think no 3. They were up 3-1 at the time. So and I was in the 46th minute, but unfortunate. So it go. But sorry, 62nd minute. But Barcelona defeated Sevilla 4-1. Getafe defeated Deportivo Alaves 1-0. We don't really mean what about a score in La Liga, right?
No, we have football show. Of course, we care about Espanyol, Getafe, Real Betis with your new baller from Manchester United on loan, Anthony, having two man of the match performances and consecutively. Like yo,
And
who is
another one is loading because he did score today. even though
Uh,
Betis is currently down 3-2.
yeah,
And
and
they lost
hopefully
3-2.
the last 3-2. So, um, and of course we have the bottom team in Valladolid. La Liga, I like La Liga because you actually see proper footballers outside of Anthony play a ball game. Um, and I think La Liga also offers a bit of background scenery. It's something when you watch a Real Madrid. Those teams, in them big fancy stadiums is aside. When you look at the smaller clubs, like Rayo Vallecano, the side, Valencia stadium and Sevilla stadium, you really see kind of a community sort of approach and Elche when they were there. So I like La Liga. Is a league that desperately need more equity to a more competitive quality.
And maybe Athletic Club, and not Atletico Madrid, but Athletic Club and Villarreal to some extent, they might be able to add to the ranks of big teams. As right now, as Real Madrid stand at top at 50 points, Atletico Madrid is behind on 1 point with 49. FC Barcelona is 2 points behind with 48 points, and Athletic Club, as mentioned before, they're at 44. But like you said earlier, Barcelona definitely the big winners this weekend. As the Madrid Derby, any Barcelona fan out there would have wanted a draw, regardless of what happened, and that's what occurred. Parity is back in La Liga on La Liga standard. It's no longer a 2 horse race. It's still a 3 horse race. Big up Jeremy and Levy. Jeremy says, Benton, a foolishness the attack. New Trafford so big. Big up
Yo,
Richie Jeremy.
we are ignore all Manchester United fans for the next segment. But we want to give a shout out to Kylian Mbappe. We cannot emphasize how Kylian Mbappe has really found his form in this league. And if I play the ball, he's keeping the game simple.
Right.
And if you notice, I think earlier on he was pressing it, trying to be that guy. No, he's laying off the ball, cutting into space, and quickly taking the shots. Whereas before he was overthinking it. So, and he's in the Golden Boot race with the old foot Lewandowski.
Yeah, definitely rolling into form. I mean, I don't know. I am not surprised. This is what we all expected coming in. And I'm sure you would say the same thing. It was just a matter of time. It was just a matter of Kylian Mbappe getting acclimatized, and he seems to be. Speaking about acclimatization, though, let's
Yeah,
switch.
sorry. Yeah, people, we see all the people are watching us. Subscribe and smash the like button. We are begging, we have to. Yo,
Yeah,
Jeremy, tell a friend themselves to subscribe and smash the like button. Even though we are going to discuss Manchester United regularly.
but let's switch gears. Speaking of acclimatization, um, Mr. Slat, he learned this weekend the magic of the FA Cup as FA Cup fixtures ran this weekend, and the biggest result probably of the year so far, in my opinion. I don't know about you, Benton. Would you say that Plymouth defeating Liverpool is probably the biggest result so far?
I mean, it has to be. The Liverpool fans are quiet this week. I mean, it has to be. You, Plymouth Argyle is the worst team in the championship. They are 24th in the championship. So wait, so you have 20 teams in the Premier League and 24 teams in the championship. So one versus what? 24 plus 20, 44. If you want just the 44th worst team beat your brother, come on, that don't make no sense. Liverpool, and I don't want to care about the magic and a cup or whatever. This utter foolishness. Liverpool should have easily moved past Plymouth Argyle, whatever they want. The man, Plymouth Argyle has kept two clean sheets all year. I guess in the last 30 games, last 30 championship games, they kept two clean sheets. And Liverpool couldn't beat this side, yeah? Come on, Liverpool. Talk to me. Talk to me. Because this is something, and it's not like you didn't play your ball as them Jota was on the field. Of course, Salah had the day off. There was they had enough ballers on the park to dismiss the worst team in the championship, the 24 team. This is Arnold Slot is a good, probably a good humbling experience for him because he probably going to stop, being a smart aleck with people now.
I agree, but for me though, I see it a little bit different. I kind of every year, every year in the FA Cup, something like this happens. It never fails, right? And we will always have a MK Dons versus Manchester United. And I will keep referencing that because Tyrone, big up Ty Gale, always talk about MK Dons when him carding me about Manchester United. And Slot just learned this weekend that it happens. This is the magic of the FA Cup. And like I said, Benton, it's the worst team in the top two divisions, beating probably the best playing team in Europe. Beating the number one team in Europe, arguably. And Jeremy says Slot run out of clap luck. And I think the jury will be out because I have chronicled and said every team go through this little down patch. When Liverpool's time come, we will see how they handle it. They've had these moments earlier in the season where they get an unfavorable result. Nothing like this. How do they react? That is what I am looking forward to next. And that to me is the key. This is a big loss. People were talking about what? The quadruple, where they could win FA Cup, League Cup, Premier League, and Champions League. Now they're down to the treble. Let's see how they react. Let's see if there's any newspaper clippings coming out about Mohamed Salah being unhappy or whatever. Even though there was a report that came out earlier this week that that they somewhere, I don't know if you saw that, Benton. Mohamed Salah reportedly agreed to an extension. I remember seeing something out there that there's a sources saying.
No, I didn't see anything like that. But I mean, pump the brakes. We don't really want to overanalyze this game, and think this is kind of a tea leaf or any sort of indicator, a guide for what to come regarding Liverpool. Liverpool will be back high flying next week. This is pretty much the bad mind, really bad mind, aka the haters of ya, finally work 1 week against Liverpool. So Liverpool fans, don't worry yourself on a good, but brother, the worst team in the championship. I used to that.
Well, I big up to Errol, so we don't care. Say the business. So
Liverpool. But I will say this. One thing before we move on to other games. Federico Chiesa.
Yes.
This was an opportunity, and I don't want to put the ball under any pressure. But he has to some point. This is a game where I expect a Federico Chiesa, the heir apparent, the man who slowly wants to start folding in and start moving into the group, to be surgical in this football game. I guess it's a bug side. I mean, we can't go on it. Championship worst team, Plymouth
Right.
Argyle is a bug side. And your Colombian baller, Luis Diaz, I guess he just had a day off. But at the end of the day, I was a little bit taken aback that Federico Chiesa couldn't really pitch over this side more effectively. And.
And I was going because it's a perfect opportunity for him, like I said. But it was also a perfect opportunity for Luis Diaz to stamp his class as well. That we all know he has, but to show some consistency. But
yeah, brother, Luis Diaz a big man now. We know say Luis Diaz now get above this. Only you alone that sing this drum, this bell theme go above this. This is as good as it gets for Luis Diaz.
all right.
And yes, Luis Diaz fans them can come at me. Luis Diaz a big man now.
Well, all right. Those are the views I meant on that ball chat. Everything is all right. But let's bear in mind, though. Let's bear in mind. Like Errol says, we don't care. Like you said, Benton, like, this is just a blip, right? for Liverpool is just a blip. There's nothing to worry about, correct?
Yeah, man. This is just. I mean, big teams, and Liverpool is a big team. It's the best football playing team. I mean, they secure their first final on that slot in the middle of the week when they turn over Buckside Spurs in the League Cup. So they're on the way to a final. I mean, they top the group in the Champions League, top the league round, the first round of the Champions League. Liverpool are a big side, and we can't go around it. Mohamed Salah is such an integral part to whatever this team does, so we can't ignore that too, because at the end of the day, when you play against these teams that are more rugged, I mean, and more nasty, for break down, Mohamed Salah usually have something special to really kind of unlock them.
So I agree with you, Benton, and no Dalton, and I big up Mark on the whole Liverpool fraternity. They are happy. Benton is saying the right thing right now. Benton, you are 100% right. You're the boss, Benton. You're making every Liverpool fan know to them. All right, big up Cumberland, and big up Cumberland husband. Everybody know Cumberland husband is a Liverpool fan.
One to you.
It's so great, and we don't care. And it's just the FA Cup and with a business. Wednesday.
Liverpool is not Arsenal.
True, Liverpool is not Manchester United. Liverpool are the Real Madrid. Liverpool are big side. Wednesday they travel to Everton in the Merseyside Derby. They better not draw or lose Wednesday.
They're not losing that.
All right, so they better get a good result Wednesday, or else this might be the start of a little slip.
No, you're talking about start of episode. This is not bad mind vibes that come.
No, it's not bad mind, but it's reality. This is you had a good turnaround versus Tottenham, like you said, and you're going to make it to a league final. Now you come back in the FA Cup. It's very difficult. I don't care which team you are. I don't care who you're playing against. It's very difficult to get going for 2 cup games with under 7 days. And to make that even worse, you're going to now play a game that is bigger than your last 2 games. Your biggest game within the 7 days. 3 games within 7 days. Your biggest game is this Wednesday. Errol said Plymouth can beat Man U and Chelsea. That should not make a Liverpool fan feel any better. Your biggest game is Wednesday. If we come back to Ball Chat next week and we're talking about Liverpool dropping points at Everton, we might be seeing Slot.
No, I see what you're trying to do there. I see what you're trying to do, Junior, but I totally disagree with you. It's a derby game. It's Merseyside derby, to highlight it, meaning it's a lot of nastiness in this football game, a lot of emotions run high. Even if Liverpool drop points in this football game, I don't see this as anything, as any sort of rough patch or whatever. Liverpool is still a big team.
True.
Everton has been playing outstanding under David Moyes, so I'm sure to them will come. I expect Everton to be coming extra spicy for this game. So, Liverpool is perfectly fine. They are humans, but them still live to our backside, and we just have to record the one and keep it moving.
Well, more to forward on that. We'll see that Wednesday. But other big games for the FA Cup. Man City came. I shouldn't even say big game, but Man City came back and won 2-1. Ipswich defeated Coventry 4-1. Bournemouth.
Wait, Junior, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we just have to jump straight to Chelsea game. We don't go around.
Well. It's going to be Chelsea. It's a toss-up between the Chelsea game and the Tottenham game. Because I think
it has
both.
To be the Chelsea game, man.
All right, let's
Tottenham and Tottenham. Tottenham is Tottenham. Tottenham is in a place of poor all around, and things just kind of dark over Tottenham.
All right, so that's it on the Tottenham versus Aston Villa
So just
game.
Tottenham over there, son. And God go with Mr. Postecoglou.
Yeah.
I feel for him because, well, I don't know what to do with Tottenham.
He can't do any better.
Can't do.
So that's it for the Aston Villa Tottenham game. Brighton defeated Chelsea 2-1. Come on is missing. as expected by many people. Because Benton, what the hell, man? What the hell, Benton?
And and did and did Mariska really said that quote? Did he real? Did we check to verify that he did say that you really value somebody? You only know us to paraphrase.
Yes,
You value a
yes,
player when he's missing. Did he
yes,
really say that?
yes.
Yeah, this brother yeah get on my nerves now, man. He might get a nine now, man. He's getting a nine, and I'm just taking on the inner Chelsea fan perspective. So I mean, I will represent Chelsea fans in this moment. The brother I get a nine. This individual, Enzo Maresca, came to Chelsea under the guise of transition, changeover, improvement, accountability. Every month supposed to have pulled in the same direction. I know y'all come tell me, say what, 6 months in, or whatever it's been, you can't win a ball game without one man.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a quote here, but instead of lamenting, and this is a direct from the article. Um, if there's something positive we can focus on the Premier League and the Conference League, hopefully we can continue our journey there. That's what Mariska said. That left a lot of Chelsea fans fuming.
This thing from he didn't say this about Nicholas Jackson, did he? Can we verify this? See him again, chat.
I'm going to put it up right now, but yeah, but Brighton. I mean, yes, it is disappointing for Chelsea, but yes. So Mariska claims how important one star is to the team. Has discovered new Chelsea on job. Yeah, he did say it.
So yeah, I'm watching it now. And sometimes, yeah, sometimes, yo,
And
I do okay.
he also said that he doesn't care about João Felix when they're asking if he is if it. I mean, all in all, Maresca at the start of the season, he was talking this braggadocious talk, right? We did say on the show, I liked it. I loved when he came out and said, people out there talking
Not
about
we, you said it.
well, I liked it. And when he came out and said, people talking about to have a 42-man squad or a 44-man squad, I only care about 21 players or 22 or whatever the number was. I think that was brilliant, right? At the time. Now, all of a sudden, we're seeing the same Mariska, but his comments that are coming out, it's the same thing in reverse. You know? He's still the same personality. He's still an a-hole. But he's been an a-hole now to his own fans. To me, it's almost like a carnivore. I don't know how to say it, but big up Marlo. Marlo said Maresca is a madman. He's annoying to me, and he's a Chelsea fan. Jeremy Levy said you tell score. Yes, tell we soon talk about tell because tell
Nkunku, so this Chelsea starting 11. Sanchez in goal. Chalaba, Gusto, Casedo, Jules Hall, Cucurella, Adarabio, Tosin Adarabio, Neto, Palmer, Sancho, Nkunku, and you lose to Brighton. What is Jadon Sancho doing? So now you run into the situation with Chelsea, right?
Right.
And I think Maresca is part of the problem in the sense that he told leadership or requested the transfer of players that it's like you're some man I try turn a certain people into wife.
yeah.
Mariska really seems to embody or really beg for some players to come forward, like Jadon Sancho, Joao Felix. And then these players have turned out to be nothing but basic footballers. They haven't been impactful consistently at Chelsea Jao Felix is on loan now, and Jane Sancho is just Jane Sancho 2 point, as we always know. But and so Maresca now is left. He's hitching his wagon to Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson, who we I can fully agree, Nicholas Jackson has improved dramatically. Dramatically, he has improved. But Nicholas Jackson still missed chances consistently. So what going at Chelsea?
But all right, so big up Mario. Mario said this: certain man in the Chelsea squad haven't been playing all season, and all of a sudden they are important to the team. Makes no sense. It's all valid points by Mario. Valid points by you, Benton. For me though, all of these questions lead to one person, and it's the coach. The coach was talking so much ish at the start of the season when Chelsea was flying high. If we remember, he was running his mouth. I liked it, but I always said make sure when things go south, you don't run and hide because this is the time. Remember when my boy that is banned for the drugs right now for the performance enhancing
Yeah,
Madrid Madrid
Ukraine both.
yeah Ukraine both. Remember
You have to forget about him.
the first game and Mariska said sometimes the player just need a little love. And then the next game, you have to start pulling up your socks, you have to start carrying your own weight, right? Where is that Mariska? Regardless of who, regardless of if he thinks Nicholas Jackson is the GOAT, even if he thinks Nicholas Jackson is your primary player, where is the Maresca that is going to call Cole Palmer to task? Because hidden in all this conversation, Cole Palmer just keeps getting the pass. Where is the Cole Palmer that everybody has been raving and ranting about? Games like these is when you show your class. Where is that Cole Palmer? Where is the Nkunku that has been crying for this chance? Right? Jadon Sancho is Jadon Sancho. Jermaine says man run with Chiloba as well and have to call him back. It's true. So it's so easy when things are going right for you, but the real metal or the real persona or the real character of a coach, whether you're male or female, whether you do professional or amateur, is when things go wrong, let me see how you keep the ship in line. This is the time a coach needs to step up. Not when the team is flying. The players can handle themselves at that point. Let me see how you do it when confidence is low. Go ahead, Benton.
Yeah, I the Cole Palmer scenario is this. I've always felt like Cole Palmer is a key part of the success
Right.
that they have had. And the bigger question that we have had is what will happen when Cole Palmer is not balling, is not stepping forward and consistently deliver? Because every baller I gonna have moments when them disappear. And with the Chelsea talent pool, one would expect, at least I would expect, there should be enough quality cover that even if Cole Palmer have a bad game or two, you have enough. You have Madueke on the right wing. You sign Jadon Sancho. You have Pedro Neto. You have Jules Hall. Jules Hall was the best player at Leicester City last year. You went and secured his services. Then you have these other players that you sign. So as a manager now, this to me is that and of course you brought up Nkunku. You now have to figure out Brethren, what go on? Oh, we just attire a car to one man. So if this one man gets sick and him have to take by himself for a few weeks, dog me and my supper. And that was always my concern with Chelsea during the flying high period. Cole Palmer was such an integral part of everything that they do that makes me wonder like, what will happen when Marvin Hagler, the big defender, kick him down and say, Fassi, you know, do it today. Who else is gonna step in and dictate and kind of bring this team forward? And it, but that is where the coach should be able to have other options. And the coach look like him last. I see a championship coach learning on the job.
You did call it earlier, and now we're starting to see. Mario says, good point. I'm not saying to slate the players in public, but he's not making sense with what he's saying or doing in the matches. I agree 100%. I think there's more to forward from this, but there are definitely some eye raising things that are happening. And I have to point out to Benton before we move on. None of this started until Maresca said at the press conference they are not Premier League contenders this year. They're not championship contenders this
Yeah,
year.
the reverse psychology seems to reverse.
None of these. I mean, more likely it's just
Reverse.
it's just uncanny timing.
Reverse.
But
So my question here to play devil's advocate,
yeah,
and as a coach, and championship and Premier League are different different level. Do you give Maresca a little bit of wiggle room here? First year, navigating a difficult club with the administrative stuff, because we saw what happened with Potter, we saw what happened with more experienced manager than him at this level, Pochettino. All right, do we give Maresca some slack here, or because of the fact that boy, them are competing in the Champions League, in the Premier League, and ultimately, what would be nice if Chelsea could have made a deep run in this FA Cup and probably even win this thing. Because we know them now compare for Premier League. But do you give him some sort of slack?
no.
First year manager, championship, him just come forward.
All right. So I'm piggyback on pause on what Mario said.
Sorry, if you correct, first year Premier League manager. Sorry.
I'm going kind of piggyback on what Mario said, right? And it's something that when you look at failed coaches, there's always that one moment or that one instant, that one decision, that one thing that regardless of how long the coach have been in the job, because whether it's 1 year or you in your 26 years, right? There's that one moment where you look at and say, maybe the coach at this moment doesn't want to coach his team, right? Most recently, from my recent memory, when Ten Hag put Mazzarri, was it Mazzarri? Yeah, put Mazzarri as a 10. That was the moment when I said, he's done coaching at Manchester United, right? Regardless of tenure, a coach has his methods, a coach has his way of coaching, and it takes a while for that to resonate. But when you start to piggyback on what Mario says, when you start making some decisions that will make you scratch your head a little bit, that's when you start questioning if the coach is the right person. Coming out and saying what he said about Nicholas Jackson being and showing how much a player is needed when he's not there. A player that the whole world is saying should have been dropped from a long time ago. You have to start scratching your head a little bit. Your point, when you talk about Cole Palmer, who is the next baller, and that has not been established, you have to scratch your head a little bit. Having Nkunku, and you cannot motivate Nkunku to play, you have to scratch your head a little bit. So all of these things now, to answer your question, the amount of slack that is given will not be determined by results. It'll be determined by methods that I can say, look, a leopard won't change its stripes. A leopard can get better at hunting, but a leopard doesn't change its stripes. So if I see this leopard and him hunting and him keep failing at hunting, I won't say it's a failed leopard because it can't hunt. I would say it's a failed leopard if I see it doing some stupidness and not making any changes. Then I would say, okay, something is wrong here. So, and I think that is up to Maresca now. So, will it mean that a formation change is needed? I don't know. Will it mean that a different approach is needed? I don't know. But Maresca will have to do something. He will have to change his approach somehow to save his job.
I mean, and I guess we'll see. We did look at the stats a few weeks ago regarding Chelsea and the number of goals they conceded in the Premier League.
Right.
and we all said like, whoa, there's a lot of goals, but they must score goals. And so the ultimate overhanging questions that we had was like, what will happen with the defensive lineup? Why are they giving away so many goals?
Exactly.
And what will happen when the conversion on the attacking side goes down?
Exactly.
But we will see. Well, the big thing to me also is that we know that Pedro Neto is a baller, and the simple fact that we have watched Pedro Neto roll ball at Wolves, and Pedro Neto just he has had good moments at Chelsea, but he seems like not as given the leeway like he did at Wolves. And granted, Wolves never had the level of talent compared to him. Now you have more talent around him, right?
Yes.
But it almost seems like there's a little bit of preference for Sancho over Neto, and from Maresca, and I think that I don't like that because I think that Sancho is Sancho. Neto has proven consistently that he's gonna play some good ball for you.
Yes.
Run with
Yes.
the man who will play ball for you and keep it moving.
Well, we
And
was.
and I think the big sorry, Junior, but the puzzling part of it too is almost contradictory to the statement that the manager made in the summer about accountability. It's about me have 23 ball everyone else can go. Because if you're saying that these are your 23 players that you focus on,
Right.
then you're rewarding mediocrity by keeping a player in 11 who's not performing up to scratch.
Right.
So you're just keeping if Sancho not playing no ball, but you still have play him said way. He gets his left wing. So why? Whereas Pedro Neto needs a left wing. That's how we see Pedro Neto flourish. So, I feel sorry for them, man. Them all right.
so so more to
But,
come.
wait, but we have to big up Brighton.
Yes.
We can't
Yes.
focus
Yes.
just on the losing team. Big up Brighton. Brighton and Fabian Holzer and Joao Pedro. They did a job. And because
Even when they gave Chelsea a goal.
yeah. Because even if what Chelsea not scoring no goal, no Brighton scored three
Exactly. They
goals.
gave Chelsea the goal. I take it back.
Yeah, the man FCC one, yeah, can't go on. I'm still beating us. So it's big up to Brighton because a few weeks ago, this football life and professional life shot because remember Fabian Holzer, the manager over there, was on the hot seat. So this
Yes.
way, this victory will ease off some little, cool the seat a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So big up Mario. Mario said that the owners and the sporting directors are a bigger problem than Mariska. Fair point, fair point. He also said that there should be no way a coach has Nkunku and Jackson in his team, and Jackson is the most important. That's debatable. Nkunku in Germany, yes. Nkunku today, he hasn't proven anything to me. So, but that's that.
And that's the puzzling part. But we can look on data because we know that Nkunku is a general who has consistently scored goals against top level competition. In fact, prior to his injury going into the World Cup, the youth was earmarked as one of the ballers in the World Cup.
Yep.
In fact, if Nkunku was gunning on all going into that World Cup, maybe Argentina and Messi them would still look for a World Cup. It's me I say. And I don't want the Argentinian fans send me no here.
Yeah, you just trying to mash up people's Super Bowl Sunday. That's all you're trying
Send
to
it
do.
to Junior. And compare that to Nicholas Jackson. Nicholas Jackson, a Villarreal baller who scored a few goals, but not at the level of Nkunku. So something fishy, something not right.
Right, right. So, talking about playing at a high level, let's switch gears over to Champions League as we push up against the clock. This Tuesday, Champions League football, I meant and call it AKA Champagne football. If you realize it, there's a week of good football games coming up this week. Probably the highlight of the week, more unlikely, Benton, is going to be Brest versus PSG on Tuesday. I'm joking. Man City versus Real Madrid. Manchester City hosts Real Madrid this Tuesday in the Champions League. It's a knockout phase. It's the first leg. Before we talk about the Real Madrid Man City game, let's make everybody know PSG is playing Brest. Juventus hosts PSV. Sporting host Borussia Dortmund. Club Brugge play Atlanta. Feyenoord host Milan. Celtic hosting Bayern Munich. Monaco hosting Benfica. But the game that everybody be tuned into this week, definitely Man City versus Real Madrid. Benton, is not about whether it's going to be a good game. It's not about Pep versus Carlo Ancelotti. The question everybody wants to know, over under 10 goal scoring total in this game. What's your over under pick?
Under 10 goals. Under 10 goals. And by the way, for the record, I think Micah Richards of CBS Sports Paramount say what Brest, when them get
Brest
up
is
here,
best.
they get late in the game, 80 minutes are older, them kind of get flat out or stretch out.
Hey, only
The
when
PSG, I got kick out Brest late in the ball game when them get old. Is Micah Richards thing, cause big up Micah.
Hey, where's the breast? Sometimes you go up against stiff competition for the breast of it, so.
But of course, a lot is people are focused on this Real Madrid, Man City game. Man City, and of course, the way this format set up is just what first and second leg, and
Yes.
these teams, the 8 winners, they will then go to the round of 16 to meet the already advanced top 8, right?
Right.
So, I hope Madrid kick out Man City because Man City need to get eliminated from Euro. And big up to all the Man City fans. This team does not deserve to continue playing this competition. We saw them against Leyton Orient on Saturday with a great escape. This team, Madrid, supposed to beat Man City. This team is not ready for video light football right now, and it's a shambles of them. They are shambles of themselves. So, I don't see how Man City beat. I think it was Lee Dixon or one of Graham Lasso. One of them said it perfectly. This version of Man City has a soft underbelly, and when you were regarded as soft, not a good thing in football.
Yeah, in sports, in any sport, you don't want to be called soft. You don't want to, unless you have a soft touch on your jump shot in basketball. Mario says, Madrid himself under 10, a total of no more than 4 goals over the 2 legs. All right. Sean says, big up Sean. Sean says PSG over Brest. Brest is best, but PSG over Brest.
But why Sean? Why big up Sean? Why Sean have you identify that game? We know it's a Brest. Yo, what? Oh, that are some really deep picks there for a deep pick there, Sean. Brest.
But
big up Arsenal fan them, so them stay now.
But you see,
pretty obvious.
But you see, to me though, this Madrid Man City game, I think it comes down to Carlo Ancelotti. Pep is going to be Pep. Pep is not going to change his style. We have seen Carlo Ancelotti when Real Madrid is firing on all 10 cylinders. We have seen Carlo Ancelotti park bus in first legs and risk some games. Most notably, I think the PSG tie during COVID, I believe. If you remember that first leg, they went to PSG. I'm pretty sure it's PSG. And parked the bus. Had no intentions of playing Real Madrid football. And came back in the second leg and won. Right? I agree with you, Man City doesn't belong in the Champions League this year. This version of Manchester City. Not because they are bad, but Sean said breast for the bedroom, but that's for Champions League. But for me, Benton, I think Carlo Ancelotti's approach to the game is key. Look at how Atletico Madrid was able to run ragged against Real Madrid when they chose to. Because Atletico Madrid parked the bus against Real Madrid. But when they broke on the counter, they broke and they broke hard, right? I see Real Madrid having the same problem this weekend, this Tuesday. I see Savinho, I see Mamouche getting nothing but joy against this Real Madrid back four. I see Erling Haaland being able to really outmuscle to Chouameni. I don't know. More likely, Rudiger not playing, right?
Not sure if he's playing. I think he's injured. I
I know he's
mean,
injured, but I don't know what his status was for this Tuesday. I didn't hear it in the game. If they said it, it kind of slipped me. But to me, is how Carlo Ancelotti decide to approach this game. We know Man City going to get run off the field at the Bernabeu, right? But can they create enough cushion room for themselves to get run off the field and still win the tie in the second leg? That is the key of this game right now because they are going to get their joy. The only and to be honest, I don't think Man City have a soft underbelly. I think Man City have an old problem. I think they have an age problem, and Pep is holding on too long. Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne should be mere spectators in this game. They should not see the field Tuesday. I'll even say this: if Bernardo Silva and or Kevin De Bruyne play Tuesday, Real Madrid might score 3. That's my prediction.
yeah, but I mean, the soft underbelly point, I think that whosoever made it was Lee or Graham. It was after they conceded, after somebody scored on Man City, they just chip over. They fall by the wayside. And I mean, they didn't do it against Leighton Orient, so maybe that's a change. But in the recent run of form, they against the better opponents, they score upon them. Them not have no sort of comeback. We saw last week against Arsenal. Arsenal scored first, then them tie it up, and then Arsenal scored again, and then it was like, all right, the ball game done.
Right.
Ball game done. And that's not something that we've normally seen from this Man City outfit. In the past.
I blame age. I think that's an age thing. When you playing when we play Sunday ball, we as old man, as soon as the side we play against score 2 goals, yo brother, we can't have a run back, man.
Yeah, but the players so age is definitely a factor. But the players who are younger are not playing up to scrap. Phil Foden probably had one of the worst games I can remember in recent memory last week or in the Arsenal game.
Yes.
And Phil Foden not old. Phil Foden not young. Savinho got benched a few times because of my choppiness. And so I'm gonna feel sorry for them. Yo, it's a Madrid. Both teams defensively are poor.
Right.
And Madrid with Dani Ceballos in midfield. I don't even know what to make of that. If Dani Ceballos cannot convince us that he's a big baller by now, then this season, then this is it for him. Because in that game in the Madrid Derby, he did some things, but it wasn't good enough. And therein lies the problem for me. I mean, it's all this game for me, and this tie all comes down to can Rodrigo, Kylian Mbappe, and Vinicius Jr. and Jude Bellingham decide to come together and say them on killer side? That's pretty much how I see this tie. Can those 4 players come together and say, yo, we're a killer side? Because the opportunities will be there. The extra passes need to happen. It's just, I think Rodrigo is the only one that sometimes looking to make that extra pass. Vinicius, Jude, and Killy often looking for their individual glory. I think Camavinga and Fede Valverde will provide enough defensive steel in that midfield for Real Madrid. And you have them on their dog, them a fighter. Whereas I can't say the same about Man City's midfield. I don't see a Man City really compete in this ball game.
So one last question before we switch gears to Yawd Ballers. Is this the game when John Stones play holding midfield for Man City?
I mean, we've been saying this for a while, and it never happened.
It hasn't materialized. But
I,
is this
and
the
and
game?
and I don't think so. I think it's probably an injury issue. Something is going on probably with Johnson, and we know he's been in and out of the squad. We know when he's been healthy, he has played holding for them. But I mean, the injuries probably a catch up to them. But then again, you signed some players. Did they get Nico Gonzalez transfer through on transfer day? Because I know they were pushing to get him in. They signed Victor Ruiz and Kosanov. So maybe those players will give a
Maybe they
hand
will
in
play.
defense.
Yeah.
And they added Mormos to the Champions League squad. It's all about those Madrid top ballers. Because we know that the Viking can't create for himself. So if the Viking not getting the service, dog yam him supper.
Fair enough. But we'll see. We'll see. Big match this Tuesday. Big matches this Tuesday and Wednesday. So Champions League Tuesday and Wednesday. You don't know Merseyside Derby. Oh, that take over all Champions League. But the business about no Champions League on Wednesday. Merseyside Derby, sir. But we'll see.
This is part of your England bias. But
No,
that.
well, okay. So between Celtic hosting Bayern Munich, Feyenoord hosting Milan,
We're
Club Brugge
supporting the head coach of Bayern Munich. Big up Vincent.
and I think Bayern Munich might lose to Celtic in this first leg, but we will see. We will see. Let's switch gears over to Yawd Ballers, Benton. As we put it up against the clock, I don't know it's the Super Bowl ready up in that 20 minutes, so I'm gonna put him wings them yet. So, um, Jamaican football. Uh, the Reggae Boys, Benton. Jamaica, they're actually going to be playing Trinidad today actually in 2 hours. But they did play Trinidad earlier this week, and Jamaica defeated Trinidad. As I don't think there's a match report anywhere. But Jamaica defeated Trinidad and Tobago 1-0. Any takeaway from that? And should we take anything away? Do we care? Did you hear anything? I mean, apart from JFF live blaming this, what's your takeaway from Jamaica versus Trinidad?
And just to kind of before we go leave from this, I the Man City squad,
Yeah.
Kosanov and looking at the Champions League side, I don't see Kosanov. Well, Kosanov is in the Champions League squad, but Victor Ruiz is not in the squad, and Nico Gonzalez is also in the squad. So let's see. Um, so they did. Nico Gonzalez will definitely give them a strength. No to Yawd Ballers report. Yo, I did not watch the game, but kudos to the Reggae Boys. You can win when you win football games. I think bottom line, and kudos to Dwight York for building that Trinidad team. Look by look, want the Reggae Boys, the Soca Warriors, and all the Caribbean teams, all the teams in the islands going full tilt. For me, it's a win. I have not watched anything pertaining to the game, so I don't want to say nothing about it, and more specifically. As for JFF Live, of course, I didn't pay the $10, but regardless of what people may say about the issues that they experience, I think it's a start for JFF. I mean, and ultimately, hopefully, they continue to improve for the technical issues. And kudos, they did apologize. So saw that apology statement. So, but you want to continue to build a winning culture with Reggae Boys, and these football games will help.
Yes. So, and they'll be playing again tonight, coming up at 8 o'clock. So we'll just wait on the reports. That's all we can do right now. Before we switch over to the Reggae Girls, Jamaican Premier League. Bedad, what going with the Premier League?
I guess the big match this week was Cavaliers versus Veer Phoenix United. Of course, Mr. Bullhead Butler, Veer Phoenix took on his nemesis, Cavalier, Yo, I want to funniest interview me ever seen in a while. Big up to MG Sports and MG Sports group of journalists out in the field. I think the young lady asked Bullet said, "Why, I think to paraphrase the question, what you thought on the game? With what's your thoughts on the game, knowing that you guys aren't the best competition, aren't isn't the best team?" Bullhead said, rephrase the question. So it was Cavaliers won the game 2-1. Um, expected a more bigger separation between the two teams. Terry McGee did play, and I mean, there are those of us who probably said Terry McGee could have secured his services at another club internationally, but Terry McGee has to do what's best for Terry McGee.
And he's
Um,
working on it. He's working on getting somewhere else.
and so to that end, good luck to the baller. But yeah, that was the feature game.
And all games this round have been postponed. I think because of the Jamaican internationals, right? So
Yeah,
JFF did them a solid there by giving the select group of local players an opportunity to show what they can do and to get in the national squad without affecting their home clubs. So that we cost them when them go out with shopping this. Of a big up JFF for doing some sensible things. Body Shaw Benton. Talk about the big ball now.
Bonisha continues to score goals. I mean, this is what she does best. I mean, at the end of the day, um, I saw Wayne Chen, big up Wayne, posted something. I think he said Jamaica's best player of all time. And there are those in Jamaica probably will cuss Wayne for saying that. But when you look at the numbers that Bonisha is doing, I mean, it's impressive. So, um,
But who would they say is the best player of all time? I will cuss him for saying that.
I mean, I think bottom line, people are gonna say Pearl as the best player of
And
all
and,
time.
and still some people look at you as stupid in the attack.
So, but big up Bunny Shark. Bunny Shark just continues to score foot goals. I mean, she made what? I think she scored a couple goals there, or at least one goal,
Yeah.
a goal for Man City. So,
I,
Kanya Plummer also scored Junior for Fenerbahce.
well,
That is
water is wet. Kanya is a baller.
okay, Junior. Let's not get carried away. Kanya Plummer also scored for Fenerbahce. Kanya doing her business over there in Turkey. Natasha Thomas also scored for Ipswich. Reggae Girls continuing. Melissa Johnson scored for Nottingham Forest to make a surprising victory. Reggae Girls Melissa Johnson scored for Nottingham Forest to give them a 3-0 lead against Liverpool and the English Liverpool Feds. That's not the big Liverpool side. So, I mean, a nice crop of reggae girls out there doing their thing. And of course, we know Denisha Denden Blackwood playing football in Mexico.
And that's what I love. I love that fact that they are diversifying their talents and spreading the roots, and that's what I love the most. Um, so now the other side of the coin for me with the reggae girls will be, can we find a coach? Maybe he's already there, maybe he's not there, or she's not there. But can we find a coach that is equipped to put players with all these different experiences, all these different backgrounds, put them together and create something new? I think that's the next step for the reggae girls. But it's great showing all the way around, and I love it.
And
I
and,
love it.
and Alison Swaby did play for Crystal Palace in a 2-0 victory. Big ups, Alison. I have to give Alison Swaby always an extra shout out. Big up to Alison Swaby, the Anfield General.
Yes.
Played as Crystal Palace defeated Newcastle 2-0 in the Women's FA Cup. So, um, I that.
But it's a very interesting argument there, and I'm just going to leave you guys with one picture as Bentani. I know you're not seeing the picture I'm sharing right now, but highly regarded as Jamaica's best football player, Mr. Alan Skillcole. And I agree with you. When Bonisha, not agree with you, but I agree with the report. When Bonisha hangs her boots up, she might be the best all time to ever put on a Jamaican football jersey. We will see. We will see. We will see. But ain't that in a bed done. Super Bowl
All right,
time.
two minutes of American Yankee sport final analysis and preview. Run it, ball chat. No, put on the American hat now. Come on, and
So you want put on the American hat, right?
all right, now let's go to predict the Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Super Bowl, what is? Super Bowl 98.
59.
Okay, close. 59-98, close.
For me, it is 59, right? I think so.
I don't
L1X,
know.
L1X, L1X is
And,
59.
and all of the American fans, Super Bowl fans, who saying that Super Bowl is the biggest sport in the world, shut up.
Yeah, all right, no,
Cut
no.
the fool.
Hold on, let me help you. Shut the hell up. If you think
the
Super Bowl, just shut up. Shut up.
And why are we even bringing that in? Because we are stooped to the level.
Anyways,
Next.
as the resident Philadelphia Eagles fan, I big up Mario. Sean says Eagles himself. Benton, for you know me from day one, you know I'm an Eagles fan. I'm an Eagles fan since Jim Johnson defense. Anybody that know defense in football, American football, Jimmy Johnson, 4-6 defense, blitzing coming off the bus. That's why I fell in love with the Philadelphia Eagles, the Broad Street Bombers, my side. My prediction for the Super Bowl though. Every Super Bowl, you always have that one player nobody thinks about that comes out of the woodwork. Right? You always have that. They always pointed at one player. That's I never see this coming. I never knew this player was going to be the man. That's what you have to look for to differentiate in this matchup. Kansas City is not the Kansas City of old, but they are trying to go for a three-peat. No team has ever won 3 Super Bowls in a row. Philadelphia Eagles have the better roster. In my opinion, they have the better 53-man roster than Kansas City. Kansas
City.
City.
Men in a tight pants up on the field, brother. 106 men. Yo, one room.
Kansas City have the best quarterback, or the better quarterback. I think Philadelphia Eagles arguably have the best player in Saquon Barkley. But again, the question comes down to where is the difference going to be made? This a line of scrimmage game? It's going to be who can establish a line of scrimmage. Everybody will know that who can impose their will on the line of scrimmage. Both quarterbacks can scramble. Is a lot going on in this game. But look out for Philadelphia Eagles running backs. More notably, I'm trying to remember his name right now. Kenneth Gainwell. Look out for Kenneth Gainwell. I think Kenneth Gainwell is the difference in this game today. I am picking the Eagles to win the Super Bowl. Last time them thief out my side and gave Kansas a phantom holding penalty to make them run out the clock and kick a field goal at the end of relegation. I don't think that's going to happen this week. I think the Eagles going to win going right out. If it's a close game, Kansas City is winning. But I think the Eagles are going to run away with this game. I don't think Kansas City and Kareem Hunt can run the ball against this front seven. And I think the Eagles will get to Patrick Mahomes. And I'm telling you again, look out for Kenneth Gainwell. I think he's a difference in the game. Eagles, Eagles. Fly,
Yo, tap
Eagles,
it, tap it.
fly on the road to victory.
All the fans in Kansas. What? No, no, St. Louis, Missouri. This a team of there, right? Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.
Missouri them. All the people, the listeners in Missouri, disregard them local Eagles thing there. Go talk to the Chiefs fan them now. Don't worry yourself. Now beat the side. And now beat them. Don't worry yourself. No, I mean, I watch the sport and I don't have the knowledge like you, but I think at the end of the day, class is class.
Yes.
And you have highlighted how impressive the big brother who coach the other team is, and he is. Andy Reid, offensive genius. He's the Pep Guardiola of the Fat Man League. And I don't see how Eagles can really stop offensively. Andy Reid 2 weeks to prep with probably one of the best quarterbacks in recent memory, you know. Yo, and I'm going to run the ball heavily. The big money baller, Saquon, Barkley, or whatever I want to name, need to make sure Sam keep Kansas City offense off the field.
Yeah, but and last point as everything I get started now.
Everything at 6:30 ball game, brother.
Steve Spagnuolo, you highlighted Andy Reid. Andy Reid, my favorite football coach, NFL coach. My favorite football coach all the time is Bobby Bowden, Florida State, Bobby Bowden. But Andy Reid is my favorite football coach. But never, remember I said it, Jim Johnson was Andy Reid's defensive coordinator. Rest in peace, Jim Johnson. Troy Aikman still have nightmares about that Philadelphia Eagles defense. The head coach of the Buffalo Bills right now, he is a Jim Johnson disciple. Very late Jim Johnson disciple. He was Jim Johnson's secondary coach when Jim Johnson was diagnosed with cancer. Kansas City's current defensive coordinator, Steve Spagnuolo, he is a direct disciple of Jim Johnson. He is the reason why Kansas City is who they are. Watch out for that man. That man is blitzing the hell out of the Eagles tonight, and that's why I said Kenneth Gainwell is going to be the X factor. Spagnuolo knows how to take away your best players. Look out for that secondary, tertiary player. So my last suggestion, if you're a betting person, put your money on Kenneth Gainwell to be an X factor. He's going one.
And the point is, well, yes, Spagnuolo is aggressive defensively, to my understanding. But since I went to Atlanta Falcons coaching school, screen the hell out of him. Tell them to come. Screen the hell out of them.
Kenneth Gainwell.
And so tell them to forward with them blitz. The Eagles don't F it up, even though we don't like fans, don't have some really deplorable fans. No, let me not use the word. You don't have some dirty fans, Big up Sandokan. Big up yourself.
We will be deplorable. We will be despicable. We don't care. We booed Santa Claus. So what a business.
And we can't have the city in a bundle fields after a Super Bowl victory.
Oh, it's going to burn. Whether we win or lose, we're burning something tonight. Listen, we have an Appleton and we have an NEC. I'm going to post them online right now. 2.5 hours from now, one of them are going to open.
Bless up. I enjoyed family. Bless up. And looking forward to Kendrick Lamar mash up the halftime show. Big up Kendrick.
Definitely.
We shall, what I say? We're going to be all right, Kendrick. We're going to be
No, they're not like us, Benton.
We're going to be all right in a Babylon.
They're not like us.
Yeah, I mean, we know that already.
Exactly. Mustard!
Yo, we'll go where we are in the virgin so you can cook your wings now.
All right, people. You can follow us on Instagram at Ball Chat Podcast. Twitter, X. We're on X. Follow us, link us on Facebook at Ball Chat. We're on X. Email us at ballchatpodcast@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Blue Sky at Ballchat Podcast. The full episode, audio episode, will be available wherever you listen to your podcast. Hit the subscribe button now, people. The people that were cut out bedtime. Super Bowl time. Fly, Eagle.